Boom. Let's see if we're live. I think we're live.
Should be live.
I think we're live. But it says connect to your streaming software to go live.
Yeah.
We're probably live somewhere. On Facebook, maybe. Or Twitch. Where are we? Where are we?
We are live on Facebook.
Sweet. That's amazing. All right, YouTube, top chat. Are we like live? We're live here.
Okay.
All right, but where are we live? Are we in the wrong section here? Because the chat that we see, hey everybody, how do we get in the box? Hey. All right, so we're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sweet, but we're not live in the YouTube that we're seeing.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We're not live in our Tech Talk Live. Deal Tech Talk TikTok.
Duplicate stream key.
Duplicate stream key. All right. Fabulous. Just, bear with us, everybody. We are, so almost ready.
We're really working out the kinks today, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Here we go. Wait a minute. Did I get it?
Did you get it? Oh, see, now I see live here. If I send you this link.
Okay, there we go.
Solid. Excellent.
Making it look easy. We're experts. That's good.
We're off to a good start, everybody. How are you?
Hello, everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here. And if you have any questions or comments along the way, I've got the chat open on the side.
We sure do. Let us know if there's any issues with this thing. We got a new platform where we can stream to Facebook, to YouTube, to Twitch, to TikTok, but we couldn't figure that out.
Pretty much anywhere that you watch videos, we can stream there now. We're just testing it out, and we're going to talk through some stuff today. And,
that's the plan. Yep. Let me know if my hair's off. So this morning I got a haircut, and she said, hey, do you want me to fade your sideburns in or and I said, no, I'm going to shave later. But here we are doing something live. I should have asked for that. So if I look ridiculous, you know why. I think we're also live on Amazon Live.
I think we are. Mango Talks Tech said, hey y'all, the Google form
Mango's
is asking
here.
for permission.
Is that important to get permission? Hey Mango, how's it going? Mango and I hang out in Discord all the time.
Okay, cool.
And our little all right. Thank you, Mango. It's funny that nobody's entered so far, just because nobody has permission. Okay. How do we add permission? Settings and responses. Restrict to users. Bang. Okay, we should be good, everybody.
Refresh.
Enter your email address, and today we're going to give away a free $25 Amazon gift card to somebody, and maybe we'll even bump up that number.
We'll see.
Because we're generous like that. Sometimes we go willy-nilly and we start giving away all sorts of stuff. So if you guys have questions, if you have anything you want to say to us, feel free. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, which is riveting, is a little thing called USB.
Yeah, well, it actually came up. It's kind of interesting. The iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max, the 256 gigabytes or up variants support Apple ProRes. And they made a big deal about this at the Apple event, and I got excited about it. And I feel like I kind of got conned a little bit. Because
by Apple?
The video files are gigantic, and it takes forever to transfer them because of the USB technology.
Right. So USB came out in 1996, I think, 99, somewhere in there. Anyway, it came out 96. At one point, 96. Then USB 2.0 came out, and what a lot of people get confused about with USB, and let's be fancy here and go to the side. So people get confused between the letters and the numbers. So for instance, everybody here is familiar with what a regular USB port looks like, and then you've probably seen these before. And this is probably like a cable that you wanted to plug into your printer. See how blurry it is? There you go. You've seen these cables before. This is called USB-B. The regular USB is USB-A, and this is USB-C. Working out the kinks today, everybody. So USB-C is the thin one. So the A, the B, the C, it all has to do with the connector shape. We also hear sounds occasionally, and eventually we're going to figure out what those sounds mean. We assume it's something good, so thank you. So different shapes to the USB. Then there's the numbers, right? So USB 1 was the first one. It was really slow. Then USB 2 came out in the year 2000. 480 megabits per second. It already starts to get confusing because when we're talking about data transfer speeds, we're talking megabits, when we're talking about file sizes, like video sizes, on the iPhone, we're talking megabytes. So there are 8 bits in a byte. So however many megabits per second it can transfer, you take that number, divide it by 8. So 480 megabits per second for USB 2 divided by 8 is 60 megabytes per second.
Okay.
And that's the number that is kind of real world. So for instance, with the iPhone, well, I guess I'll just keep going with the numbers. USB 3 came out, that was 5 gigabits per second, then 3.1 was 10 gigabits per second. USB 3.2, I think, was 20, and then
20.
USB 4 is 40 gigabits per second. Thunderbolt 3 is the same as USB 4, and Thunderbolt 4 sometimes, it gets confusing. Numbers are speeds, letters are shapes and sizes. So in the year 2000, USB 2 comes out. It's 480 megabits per second. What technology does the iPhone 13 Pro Max released in 2021 use to transfer files?
USB 2.
USB 2, right. So 1 minute of ProRes video in 4K on an iPhone 13 Pro is 6 gigabytes. 60 megabytes per second, theoretical maximum speed, which is really inflated by about probably like 25, 33%, somewhere in there we found. So it takes 60 seconds to transfer, let's see, wait a minute. It takes 100 seconds to transfer 1 minute of 4K video in ProRes. So it takes
that's optimal,
it's
too.
optimal, yeah. Please, David.
Yeah, optimal. In the best case situation, that's what happens. But if there's any, it's not always going to be perfect, period.
Well, we got a super chat.
We did get a super chat.
That's amazing. Mr. Adobo, thank you so much. We are so grateful.
Yeah, and we're going to be putting out a new battery tips video in the beginning of 2022. Basically, every year we like to refresh all the tips because so many things change. And I've got iOS 15.3 beta, one of the betas, 15.2 beta 3, and a whole bunch of stuff has changed. And
right. So anyway, I mean, getting back to the iPhone 13 issue with the USB, it just stinks that they have still made it so slow to transfer files. Like it takes 2 hours to transfer an hour of video from an iPhone to a computer, and these phones are pitched as being a professional phone for professionals, but nobody's going to wait around for an hour to transfer 2 hours to transfer 1 hour of video.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense.
Not good. So I could keep talking about this all
ProRes,
day.
kind of gimmicky, and if you're looking for a new iPhone, one of the things, one of our next videos is going to be like a retrospective. We've had this phone for 3 months now.
He's had this phone for
how
3
is it
months.
holding up? And it's overall a really great phone, but this feature specifically is one of my main gripes with the phone. It's like this is one of the big features, and it's not useful.
Yeah, it's pretty gimmicky, like David just said.
Well, it's like this is the phone for pros. No pros are using the iPhone 13 Pro to shoot movies, and if they are, they're making a mistake.
So ProRes 2 is not the highest quality. Right now you're watching a live stream, which is obviously not the highest quality, but if I do this, we're going to go into like some sort of a matrixy infinite mode. But this thing that we use to record videos is called a Ninja 5, a little behind the scenes action, and it records video directly onto a little hard drive like this. So this is actually a laptop SSD in here. And then it transfers really fast to the computer because laptop SSDs are a lot faster than the iPhone 13 Pro. So it still takes a long time because every time we do a recording session, we end up with hours of video. It takes an hour to transfer everything, but it would take, all night if we had the iPhone 13 Pro. Yeah. I can see me doing that. How about that?
Got another super chat from Ambrose Joseph. No comment. Thanks for your super chat. Really appreciate that. One of the best ways to support the channel, and feel free to put a comment or a question in there too. I feel like you're not getting your money's worth for the $5.
No, they are getting their money's worth. You just talked about them.
Yeah, that's
the
great.
money's
awesome.
worth. Yeah, I pay David to talk about me.
Yeah.
All the time. So one of the things I wanted to say was that today we were in a YouTube chat for YouTubers. They invited us to be part of this thing, and one of the things that they talked about was the importance of live streaming and how we can connect with the people who subscribe to our channel and our members. And one of the things that we've tried to do and that we've actually not done the best at so far is giving everybody a shout out who we've said that we're going to give a shout out. And so we're going to be doing that, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're going to get on the horse because we really don't want to.
We've got 4 videos right now that are basically finished. We're just going to tack those on at the end. And
we put that much thought into it. Yeah, we're just going to tack them on and whatever. But we're going to, actually, I think we're going to have a graphic that we're going to make.
Yep.
And we're going to just add everybody's name to the end of every single video if they become a channel member.
Yep. Carlos Vasquez asked, did you recommend something to decrease the brightness to save battery that I can reactivate? That's probably reduce white point in settings, accessibility, display, and brightness.
All right, David, let's do it. Overhead cam.
Overhead cam.
Bang. Actually, you know what? It's upside down. Can you do it upside down?
Can I do it upside down? Sure.
He's that good.
So,
professional.
On your iPhone, settings, accessibility, display and text size, come down here to reduce white point. You probably turn that on instead of the 50%, and that's going to reduce the brightness a little bit on your iPhone. If you turn that switch off, it'll be back to normal.
And one of the interesting things that we heard today, or from Colin actually, who's our video editor, is that, and I actually didn't realize this, the OLED displays that came out with the iPhone 10 and later, they have local dimming zones for the LEDs, so it will make a big difference. But on very old iPhones, the LED panels have a backlight that is either on or off. Even if it's showing a black screen, it's still going to use the same amount of power. Not so anymore. This will reduce your battery usage.
Jonathan Baldwin, Everton 1, Liverpool 2, latest score.
Have no idea what that means.
I entered a daily fantasy soccer match today at lunch.
You did?
I did.
I had no idea.
Yeah, put in $1. Thought I'd roll the dice. So if Sadio Mane scored a goal or Fabinho, that's good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it anyway. I'm just kidding. I don't understand any of these words. Yeah. David's the sports man. We did watch some basketball last night, though.
We did, yeah.
Another victory.
Not quite. I played Steph Curry.
Yep. Had the worst
game of his career.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Did YouTube explain the importance of responding to the questions of subscribers? They shouldn't have to, right? Right. So we get thousands of, and we're getting better at this. We get thousands of questions of comments a day. So it's very difficult for us to go through and answer every single person. And there are times that we do, but there are also times that we don't. And I've certainly missed probably the majority. That's one of the things. We're in the hiring process. If you know somebody that's a video editor and a YouTube comment replier, along with us, we try to reply to all of our members' comments, of course. Ambrose, thank you so much. We love you too, and we love your presentation.
Yeah, and the YouTube backend is interesting. They flag a lot of comments as potential spam, and sometimes,
that's true.
Sometimes like a totally normal comment will get lost, and there's a lot of bots on YouTube that are just spamming really ridiculous things. A lot of it has to do with like how I'm going to unlock your iCloud iPhone. We get a lot of those comments because we do iPhone stuff, iCloud stuff, and sometimes when we put hacks in the video, even if it has nothing to do with hacking, we get a bunch of these spam comments, and the bots are getting increasingly clever too. It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it is. We try to get out ahead of it, and then there they are. And like David said, the Snapchat hacks video.
Yeah,
it's just don't read the comments on that one.
Super chat from Boney Platter. Why is it that when I text another iPhone user, the color of my text switches between blue and green?
Another iPhone user. Interesting. Well, do you want to take it?
You got it.
All right. So iMessage, blue, green, regular text messages. I would assume that one person doesn't have a great data connection at some points, because as soon as iMessage cuts off, then it falls back to regular text messaging. So if somebody's in a low service area, if somebody has spotty Wi-Fi, either party really, then it's going to flip over from blue to green and vice versa. So
this actually happens to me sometimes living in the Adirondacks, like outside of the more populated areas. There are just long stretches of road where the service is really bad. So I'm in the passenger seat sending a text message, and then we hit a no service zone. Sometimes it'll send, not as an iMessage, but as a text message, and that's why.
Yep, and that's it. You've got a friend in the mountains. That's what it is. Thanks for the super chat, too, by the way. Really appreciate it. Also, I think that, let's see. What do you think about Apple's situation in India? I do not know about
I haven't heard about that.
Yep.
I just did a Google News search, and we'll look into it.
Yeah. Wow, look at this. So we can see some chat on the screen, which is cool. Not sponsored by Diet Coke, but might as well be. Hi guys, do you know why my iPhone does not notify me when I get a text from a non-Apple phone? Well, make sure that notification...
Be messy
notifications?
Yeah.
Would it be? Because it's text messages that are not coming through. We have a lot of the answers, but this is one of those Apple Store things.
Is it just one person, or is it like any Android user?
Yeah, no notifications, but just from text messages and not iMessages.
Yeah. Settings, notifications.
If I had the Jeopardy theme music queued up, I might play it at this point. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. That's a very good question. Very good question. Good luck with that.
I'm new to iPhone. Do you recommend the iCloud? How much storage do you recommend? I actually recently got the 99-cent plan.
Whoa.
Which, it doesn't sound like a lot, but the 5 gigabytes of iCloud storage space is like really pathetic, and I figure $12 a year, plus you get all the iCloud Plus stuff when you sign up for the 99 cents. Now the iCloud Plus stuff is kind of still in beta, like iCloud Private Relay still in beta.
Yep, hide my email.
But the 99 cents, I think it's 200 gigabytes, and that's been more than enough for me.
Yeah. I have the Apple One $30 plan, the Apple Premier. I signed up for it. I'm not sure that it's really all that worth it. But I have family sharing, but I'm my parents are also on the plan, so I can't ever cancel it now.
And the game changer for me, too, was that getting that 99-cent plan allowed me to back up everything to iCloud, as opposed to having to do it on my computer. And that's been a lifesaver when the automatic iCloud backups have bailed me out recently. So
no. Nothing ever happens to David's technology.
iPhone 11 Pro Max battery health, 84%. Should I consider getting the battery replaced? So iPhones are designed to support 500 charge cycles, and they'll maintain 80% of their battery capacity after that.
Perfect.
So 84%, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it either. 84% is not bad. I mean,
yeah,
that's a B average right there.
Especially for an 11 Pro Max, 2 years old. That's pretty solid.
You're doing great.
Marquito, super chat, thank you, asked, honestly, is it worth upgrading from the XS Max to the 13?
I don't think so. XS Max, 3 years old, great phone. I mean, what specifically about the 13 would you like more than the XS Max?
I mean, the cameras are a little bit better.
Always the case.
The display is better, and the thing is, with the iPhone 13 Pro, I didn't think I would notice the stuff like the refresh rate 120 hertz. It's brighter. It's got a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, I believe, and you don't think you're going to notice these things, but then I go back to older devices, and all of a sudden it's kind of jarring to look at some of the older displays that don't have that adaptive refresh rate. But the XS Max, still a good phone. It's going to support several more iOS updates, and
I think I'd hold off another year.
Yeah, the $799 for the iPhone 13 upgrade, and I probably wouldn't yet.
Yeah, I'd hold off for another year. Definitely. That's me.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't upgrade. It's an
expensive upgrade.
It's a very expensive upgrade for minimal gain.
Yeah. I think next year is the year. 3 years old is the sweet spot. We recently did a spot. We were interviewed on this Fox Chicago thing, which was amazing. And we talked about the benefits of buying used tech. One of the questions was, how old is too old? And we said 3 years is the perfect time. I think that if people can't get their hands on new technology, an iPhone XS is a really good phone to give as a gift.
Yep.
You might have one laying around in a drawer.
Do you guys accept crypto as donations? I don't know. Does YouTube let you donate in crypto? I don't think they do.
It depends on how much.
Yeah.
And I guess we can't right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
But if it's a lot of money, then we'll work something out. But no. I had some Bitcoin. Yeah. I had a couple of Bitcoins. I sold them. They would have been worth more now than I sold them for, but I made some money. Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I now am the proud owner of 0.1 Bitcoins.
There you go.
Yeah. I've just sort of gone into this stock market, which has done actually quite well. Yeah.
There you go.
Also, I invest in, the YouTube channel. One of the things with the crypto for me is that like having this business takes up a lot of my mental energy, But then when I'm trying to be a crypto trader at the same time, I get obsessed with it and I start staring at it, just going up and down like this. It wasn't good for my mental health. Yeah.
Hello, guys. I'm a subscriber. Would love to know how to work my pre-owned iPhone 12.
All right. Pre-owned iPhone 12. Where do you see that? Are you seeing a different chat than I am? Where's that chat? Okay, pre-owned iPhone 12. I appreciate that. David, you want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we talked about doing for a long time is like I just got a new iPhone. I just switched to iPhone. I'm taking it out of the box the first time. I've never used it before. What should I actually do? If that's a video people want to see, we would, definitely make that. It'd be a pretty long form video.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, you think what?
Oh, I think they subscribed. It wasn't like a
it wasn't a question.
It wasn't a question. It was more of a compliment.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yep. Also, we've gotten some. Let's see. Sensei has asked, when I insert my charger on my iPhone 12, the charger animation comes after a second. Is it normal?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do with the MagSafe. It takes a second.
Yeah. I mean, if you're concerned at all, I think the number one thing to be, worried about is the lightning port being a little bit clogged. I don't know, maybe there's something there that's delaying the connection for a second. So if you have like a brand new toothbrush or an anti-static brush, just kind of scrape out any dust in there and you'll be fine. But,
yeah.
I mean, if it's charging normal, then I wouldn't,
I think it does take a second to
sometimes it does,
click on. Yeah. It is the software that's charging the phone. Don't worry about it. Nothing else is broken.
Mark said he misses our headphones reviews. Well, good news. Best headphones 2022 is going to be a thing, and we've got a whole bunch of new ones to add, including the Beats Fit Pro, Quiet Comfort 45Cs, 45,
just 45s.
45s.
Yep.
AirPods 3. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff that we're going to add to that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of new Sennheiser ones out there. Where there's the company that sent us some products. So this year has been an exciting year for us because people have started to send us stuff.
Speaking of headphones right now, like if you are looking to buy a pair of over-ear headphones like immediately or for the holidays.
Boom, my screen. I'm just going to go on Amazon and point this out.
The headphones to buy are the Sony XM4s right now for $250. You can get them on Amazon, Sony, Best Buy. The price has been cut everywhere. Mm-hmm. So whatever your preferred headphone destination is.
Yeah, they're great. I don't know that they're drop everything and buy these and not the Quiet Comfort 45s.
Well, how much are the Quiet Comfort 45s right now?
I think they're $270.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I get the Sony XM4s for $250. If I had to buy a pair of headphones today, these are the ones I would buy while they're on sale.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this sale's going to last for. Maybe this is just a permanent price reduction.
I doubt it.
I'm not confident in that, but
yeah, I've seen so many times that Amazon is just their prices fluctuate so often. The worst thing to do is to go back on Amazon and then search for a product you bought last month.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
done
realize
that
you overpaid.
Yeah. Been there.
Yep.
Been there.
Me too.
Carlos says, remember to leave a like. Yeah, if you give this video a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate that. I don't know how many likes we have on this video. Also, if you don't like it, leave a dislike. I know the number isn't there anymore, but that also is engagement. I don't know if people, a lot of people are fired up about the whole dislike being hidden now, and
Yeah, I don't really get fired up about that. Yeah. I get fired up about other stuff. We've got, I forget what I get fired. I get fired up about the Apple stuff, generally. Yeah, today was an interesting YouTube day. Very YouTube-focused day for us today.
Any neat tips or tricks on how to efficiently use the calendar app on iPhone? I don't use the calendar app all that often, so...
Yeah, I just use it for the regular invitations and tips or tricks about how to get the most out of the calendar app. So, I don't have any off the top of my head. We can make one up and pretend that we do.
Calendar tips.
Calendar tips. Do most of you use the calendar app on your iPhone?
Yeah.
I mean, I use the inbox a lot for the for Google invitations and stuff. Internally we use the Google apps. We don't use the iPhone calendar all that much. I definitely share calendars with my family, which is cool. But I don't have any real tips for you. I'm sorry.
I don't really have much.
You got nothing to tell you. Really, I think Apple does a good job of keeping it pretty simple. I guess with regard to calendars where people get in trouble is they have too many accounts turned on sometimes. So, for instance, if you were to go to settings and then accounts, and then take a look at your email accounts, if you have calendars turned on for every single account, you have multiple accounts, then it's probably unnecessary. So, I mean, that'd be my tip. Go in there, make sure that the calendars that you do have turned on are the ones that you need turned on, and turn off the ones that you don't. Otherwise, things end up in all sorts of places.
Star B is looking for a Mac recommendation.
Interesting.
Sorry. Do you have a Mac recommendation?
Yeah. Well, for what is the question? What are you going to use your Mac for? And then I can give you.
That's a good. Yeah, let us know.
Recommendation. Because, there's so many different. Like David, for instance, has a MacBook Air.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a great computer. He doesn't do video editing. I have a MacBook Pro 14, one of the newer ones, because I do video editing.
Yeah.
But although this computer's more expensive, it's not better for David.
Right.
If I could have a MacBook Air, I would, because it's lighter. It's great.
And I didn't think I would like the no fan component of it, but it's really interesting how it doesn't overheat ever, and there's no fan going crazy, and it's really amazing.
Yeah, it's the thing now where companies we're always advertising the most powerful thing, but everything that most people do, it doesn't take up a lot of power. I mean, watching videos, checking your email, using regular applications. What David does, it's not going to overheat. He's not trying to play 3D games, though. He's not trying to edit videos.
Selenessa asks, where can I buy my David and David hoodie?
Yeah. We're working on that right now, actually. That's another thing they talked about in the live stream today.
YouTube is getting better at integrating merch stores, so it would be through Teespring, and I think we might have some stuff set up on that below. But yeah, that's something we're looking into building out, and we have a graphic designer we're working with to come up with some t-shirt and sweatshirt concepts.
Yeah, graphic designers, video editors, reach out to us. We will hire you if you're good.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to our channel page right now, there is a store tab.
Yeah.
That
it doesn't really have the hoodie style though that I think people want.
Right.
We're working on it. We are. Thank you for
bookmark that page and come back.
Oh, sweet. We got another super chat from Mr. Adobo. Thank you. Hey, guys, I gave my wife my Note 20 Ultra and switched to 13 Pro. I do miss the Android perks. Please convince me to stay on iPhone because that S22 Ultra for next year looks interesting.
Yeah, but I think the S22, the Ultras, they're just so ridiculously over the top in specs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for people who want the latest and maybe are okay with some clunkiness, I think that iPhones aren't going to beat the specs, but just don't be fooled by the specs. People have done comparisons where the 8K video on Android versus the 4K video on iPhone, it really doesn't look that much better.
Yeah, and the megapixels on the cameras, for instance, some of the Androids have 64, 128, but it's not all about megapixels. You have to also take into account software.
Compression of the software, the file sizes, and the quality of the sensor. And really, I mean, these are tiny little sensors but there's amazing technology. I've seen some optical zooms. They have mirrors inside the phones that sort of send the light down. It's pretty amazing. I don't know if I could convince you to stay, but...
Yeah, what Android perks specifically? Because
a lot of people switch because of simple stuff like iMessage, FaceTime.
Yeah.
I have friends that say,
you can FaceTime on Android now.
You can, but there's no FaceTime app.
Right.
You can FaceTime, you can start it on it's clunky, it's not native.
Yeah, and especially if you have a Mac or an iPad, getting that Apple ecosystem together. And I mean, the Apple Watch is by far the best smartwatch out there if you're a smartwatch person.
Yeah, thanks for sending us Apple Watches out. Yeah, they're great.
But S22 Ultra, I'm kind of curious to see what the specs are on that phone because the S21 Ultra was just so ridiculous. It was almost laughable just how over the top it was. And I mean, if you've got, I don't know. It's just they're crazy. I was looking at some of the numbers. I'm like, these can't be real. And then I looked it up, and sure enough, they were.
Yeah. Mango Talks Tech, thank you for participating so much. Mango and I are tight. So Star B asked, is it better to get used or new, the Mac computer for school? So Apple has the good student discounts. They're okay. I mean, 10% you get off, and they'll also let you save on Apple Care if that's something you want to pay for. We used to have to sell Apple Care at the Apple Store. So at the Apple Store, they'd say, we want you to sell 60% of the people Apple Care, and you don't get a commission for it. It was a tough sell sometimes. They don't really,
One other thing I will say about the iPhone 13 Pro over the S22 Ultra too is the software. The 13 Pro is going to support the next 5 or 6 or 7 iOS updates, and you get those updates more frequently than you would on an Android, and I think that's a big thing.
You do?
I think so.
The Android versions, don't they come out once a year too? There's always a yearly conference.
Yeah, I feel like software is better than the iPhone.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, totally. We have David lives with a Samsung Galaxy now.
I do. I have a Samsung. I'm thinking about doing like a 1 week trial switch to Android.
Like a full switch, right?
I gotta think more about what would actually go into that because I'm kind of concerned about like text messaging and stuff like that, and setting up all my accounts on a new phone.
Well, no, I mean, what we should do is do it, but then create a new phone number, and a new email address, like we're a whole new person, and just make ourselves. But I guess then we'd have to make new friends. We could have our Android friends and our iPhone friends.
Kay has a suggestion for a video: setting up your iPhone for travel. I'm not technical at all, and I'm wondering about my settings for domestic U.S. travel. Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble with like using data and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Well, I mean, not actual trouble.
Not a big bill.
Yeah. Domestic travel, though, you don't really have to worry about.
Yeah.
Because the settings in New York are the same as in Florida, and that's where we get into system services and those location settings. Mm-hmm. Because setting time zone, okay, but then there's the networking and wireless and cell network search, and all these things are designed really in case you go to a different country. The Wi-Fi network configurations are different sometimes. Wi-Fi calling's different. That's why you can save some battery life by going in there and switching them off if you're not doing international travel. That's where it gets funky.
Thoughts on iPhone 7 in 2021? I'm still rocking it. Yeah, it's going to be okay for a couple more years, but it's going to be on the it's not going to support iOS updates in the relatively recent future.
The recent future past.
Soon.
Yeah.
I think it's fine for now, but it's going to become obsolete real quick.
Yeah. I mean, if you have an iPhone 7, if you upgrade to a new phone, it's a big difference. Mm-hmm. Big difference. It's definitely not the same conversation as the XS Max or the XS to the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
Totally different deal. Yep. You guys do a great job. Thank you.
Thoughts on iPhone 7 series still being supported by iOS? Yeah, it's great. I think it was interesting too because the iOS 15 it didn't really cut off some of the phones that we thought it was going to, like the iPhone 6 and some of those older phones. So
it just made them unusably slow.
Yeah, surprised they made the cut, but yeah, I think the iPhone 7 will support the next iOS update. But as you said, it might become pretty unbearably slow. Mm-hmm. At which point you might want to look into an upgrade. But
yeah, that's one of my gripes with Apple is that. You buy a phone and it's zippy the year that you buy it, but then, and I don't understand why these things are like the sounds are going off. That's just random. Anyway, you buy the phone and it's zippy when you buy it, and then you keep upgrading the software like you're supposed to, being a good little Apple ecosystem member, and all of a sudden it gets real slow and you have to buy a new one. That's how they do the planned obsolescence thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Liam Thomas. I purchased a MFI Signet power adapter and lightning cable. When I use my iPad with it, the home button stops working. It charges fine, though. Do you know the possible reason?
That's a really good question.
Did you get the home button replaced by a less than reputable
Yeah, when I use my iPad with it, the home button stops working. I mean, it has to be something physical because the lightning cable, the lightning power charger adapter is right down there by the home button.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly without looking at it, but I don't know. But I have a feeling that there's a hardware problem
with the home button.
With the home button, maybe, or the charging. Make sure you have an iCloud backup. That's all I'm going to say.
Back up your iPad immediately.
Back up your iPad and deal with it for now, until you can't anymore.
We also got another question about the iPad. Do we have iPads? What do we use them for?
David, you want to make fun of me as usual for this? You always make fun of me because I don't use my iPad.
I don't really use my iPad that much either.
Yeah. Yes, I have an iPad, the new iPad Air, and an Apple Pencil, and I'm still a terrible artist.
Sometimes I'll use my iPad if I don't have a physical copy of a book, and I'll read it, and I can use my stylus and mark it up, which I think is kind of fun. But
yeah, I wish it was better though. It's still not the same as paper and pen and all that stuff. Yeah. Call me old school.
Yeah.
But, if you're traveling to another country, can you just swap out the SIM card and it will work? Not necessarily. So there's like two parts to it. You swap out the SIM card, but then there's also a carrier settings kind of a package that you need to get. And when I was in Ireland, somebody told me what the name of the website was. You can go there and it downloads a profile with the configuration for that specific carrier. And it starts with a Z. There's a Z in the title.
Okay.
But maybe somebody knows what that website is.
Yes.
Z Pro
When I
5.
went to Greece too, I was kind of surprised. They have like vending machines now that have like SIM cards. You can just pay for a SIM card, pop it out, and stick it in your phone, and it'll just work. I don't know if it'll just work, but that's the impression that I got. So
Yeah.
I was surprised how many airports had them. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
But I mean, if you're
International-
planning an international trip, you probably don't want to, put all your chips in on, there'll be a vending machine at the airport that'll be really easy for me to use. So
Yeah.
just be a little bit cautious with that.
Yeah, so I was in Ireland, and I went to the post office there to get a SIM card, which worked. And then when I got there, the woman who sold it to me knew also how to do this other thing with it, which was cool. So yeah, there are definitely ways to save money. And some of the bills that we would see, like people would come into the Apple store after having gone on vacation with an AT&T bill for $2,000. And like, bang, what do I do about this? And we couldn't do anything for them. So if you are going overseas, be careful, be careful. Turn off cellular data if you're not sure, and then just go get a local SIM card or use Wi-Fi. But if you're not sure, and you don't have a prepaid plan, because prepaid plans are safe because they can't charge you more than you paid for.
Yeah.
That's why I like the prepaid plans. Yeah. Verizon's tough.
Issue maybe we can solve.
Yeah, maybe.
Brand new AirPods 2nd gen about 2 weeks ago. Automatic ear detection isn't working in the left earbud. I've reset them several times and reset network settings. So update your iPhone, check for an AirPods firmware update.
Those are supposed to install automatically, though.
Okay.
So I had a similar issue, but I also put it through the washer. Sometimes it's a physical issue with the AirPod. I mean, that's an Apple store. That's a Genius Bar appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't lead with the fact it might have some damage. I would just say, hey, I'm having this problem, and they might just swap it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, reset network settings would be kind of and if you reset the AirPods too, you
Yeah.
kind of did all the software steps you can.
Yeah, I would just, unpair them, repair them, do that. Yeah, of course.
Do you use AirPods? Which ones should I get? I don't use AirPods anymore. I use the Beats Fit Pro, and I would just recommend those over all the AirPods. Though I haven't tried out the AirPods 3 yet. That's going to be in our next big headphones review video.
Yeah.
But the best Apple earbuds that I've used are the Beats Fit Pro, and it's not close.
Yeah. The Beats Fit Pro are great because they fit amazing, and they kind of are like AirPods. They have all of the most recent Apple technology, like the active noise cancellation and the head tracking and all that stuff, spatial audio. So, yeah, I would definitely consider the Beats Fit Pro, Apple chip, Apple design, Apple owns Beats. There you go.
Member Ed Kelly's checking in with
Ed
his
Kelly.
custom emoji there.
Yeah, Ed. Yeah, that's amazing.
How's it going, Ed?
Ed, it's great to see you. I don't know if we communicate how much it means to us when people subscribe or join the channel.
Yeah.
Ed, thank you. Seriously. Ed Kelly. Absolutely. Too embarrassed to ask your silly question, lady in the sky. There are no silly questions, Lady Sky.
Someone asked.
Yep, go ahead, please.
Someone asked dark mode or light mode. I usually use light mode, but I think my preferred way is just to have it go automatically. So at night it'll just automatically switch to.
I'm a dark mode all the time kind of guy. I feel like but David is using light mode on his Mac right now. I don't know what it is for me. As soon as I can change it, I was going to dark mode.
Yeah.
I think it's from the programming and stuff. It's just easier to look at. In fact, I heard a recent statistic that 80% of YouTube users use the dark mode on YouTube.
How many?
80%.
Wow.
I know.
That's a lot.
That's a bigger number than I would have thought.
Andrew has the same Verizon prepaid plan that we have. I still have that plan. Still
Me
on
too.
it. Do I need an
100%.
international plan, being I have a prepaid plan?
Well, with a prepaid plan and Verizon, I think you can turn on this travel pass thing, which will let you use international data and calling and stuff. But there's a daily fee of like $5 or $10 a day, depending on the country you go to. But prepaid plans are generally pretty safe. And these companies are always changing.
Yeah.
I'd look at the travel pass thing.
Yeah, the 5 gigabyte plan no longer includes the talk and text to Mexico and Canada.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's okay.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah. It's a good thing I don't have any
But
friends.
it does have unlimited calling and texting within the U.S. and to Puerto Rico, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So if you're in a U.S. territory, you're
all
set. Canada and Mexico, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I thought it used to have that.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain it used to have that. So,
Yeah, it's a great plan, though. My parents, they're thrilled.
yeah, that's
Thrilled.
disappointing.
Yep. It's okay.
That's really
David.
disappointing. I'm like upset about that now.
Why are you
It's
upset?
just kind of like a standard thing, calling and texting. And,
do you know anyone in Mexico or Canada?
Well, I went on a trip to Mexico last year, and
I've also been on trips to Mexico.
That's disappointing.
Yep.
Boo.
Yep. Boo.
Too busy working on their 5G to give the subscribers.
Yeah,
a
come
pretty
on,
basic
Verizon. Jeez. What's a good way to communicate on a cruise ship? Well, usually I just talk to the people.
Cruise ships must have Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, they do.
So Wi-Fi with iMessage, and then Wi-Fi calling. If you turn that on, if your carrier supports it.
Yeah.
You could also make phone calls to an app like Skype or Google Meet.
Yep. What type of phones do you use personally? Matt Murphy asks.
iPhone 13 Pro.
Pro, and I have the iPhone 12 Pro.
Yeah.
Apple isn't exactly sending us free phones at this point. So
No,
what
not
David and
quite.
I do, and we've done this for a while, is the business pays for it, but we just sort of take turns. So this year was David's year to get the new phone. He was rocking the 11 Pro Max.
Yep.
Yeah.
11 Pro.
11 Pro, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Is it safe to jailbreak your iPhone, says David, who was one of the first people here today.
He was.
I don't think you really need. What's the benefit of jailbreaking
That's
your
the
phone these
thing.
days?
Yeah. Is it safe? No. It's never safe to jailbreak. I mean, it's safe if you are okay DFU restoring and, it's like having a rickety cart going down like a mountain with a lot of rocks. That's what it is like to have a jailbroken phone, because eventually it just starts to like fall apart and things break and apps crash, and
Yeah.
it's exciting on the way down until everything breaks, and then you wish you hadn't done it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to make sense to jailbreak your phone to get stuff like the flashlight and
Flashlight app.
I think there's probably a dark mode too and more customization. But Apple's done a really good job of taking all those most popular jailbreak features and is building it into iOS, and it's a lot safer and a lot more functional.
Yeah. I remember when the iPhone 4 came out, I had, Siri came out when I had the iPhone 4. Siri came out with the 4S, and I jailbroke my iPhone 4 so I could use Siri on it. Yeah. I went to the Apple store, I was working there, and I was like, hey guys, look at this. And they were like, ooh, good for you, Dave. Good for you, Dave. Yeah. On cruise ship, it costs a lot of money for Wi-Fi. Is there any way around that to get more data? Well, I haven't been on a cruise since I was 9. I'm not familiar with any ways, but maybe just, enjoy the present moment.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise ship, but they sound miserable. So
The one I was on was nice. It was 20 years ago. I know, but nothing bad ever happens on cruises.
if you had to buy one subscription for a year, iCloud or Google Drive?
Oh.
iPhone.
iCloud.
iCloud if you use an iPhone, Google Drive if you use an Android. But I don't know what the Google Drive perks are. I mean, I just have
More storage.
More storage, but you get a ton of storage with Google Drive, don't you?
No, you don't get a ton. I think you get 30 gigs. Is that what you get?
I mean, that's a lot.
Well, it depends. Depends on what you're doing with your stuff. Like if you got video files, it's nothing.
Yeah.
If it's documents, it's everything. But then Google gives you free Google Docs. And Google actually killed their free unlimited photo storage this year.
Brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with no calling to Canada and Mexico, but that, I actually pay for $1 a month or something for Google Drive upgraded.
When receiving phone calls on iPhone, sometimes I get half a ring and then it goes blank.
It sounds like a software crash to me. Of the phone
app software crash. Update your iPhone. Phone is a native iOS app. You can't just go to the App Store and update it. It has to be an iOS update.
Yeah. I think that might be what it is. Or you're accidentally hitting a button.
What apps do you use most often? Asks Jonathan.
Boy, I have no idea. I guess I could look in the battery. I know it's Mail, it's Safari, it's Slack, it's Discord. It's all the communication stuff. I'm not a big social media person, so I don't spend a lot of time on those apps.
Yeah.
YouTube Studio, constantly looking at the analytics, how many people are watching the videos.
Yep. Sure.
Yep. Google Analytics. If you have a YouTube channel and you start looking at analytics, watch out.
Yeah.
It can be
distracting. Especially when your video starts to go viral and you're like, oh, it's still going up and up and up.
And then it starts to...
And then it starts to go down and down and down. And you're like, how far is this going to go?
Right.
It's
All right. Is it over? Do we pack it in?
Yeah.
Nope, we don't. We keep on going. Got my phone stolen in Paris. How does Find My iPhone work? Well, if it's on in iCloud, you have to have it on.
Yep.
iCloud.com/find. And that will bring you to a website where you can locate it. There you also might be able to erase it remotely, which is good.
I think so.
Put it in locked mode. But
Yep.
if it was stolen by somebody that knows what they're doing, selling it for parts or...
Go to iCloud.com/find, and that's
Yeah.
where you'll log in with your Apple ID. That's where you get started.
Yeah, for sure. A cruise ship is just a hotel that could sink.
I guess a hotel could sink too, like an earthquake or a...
We're going to stay away from any of those jokes.
Okay.
That's, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Nancy Gomez. I have an old iPhone 6 that I used to last my daughter used to...
That used to last my daughter. We used to play games on Wi-Fi.
Oh, it used to last.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Wi-Fi. It's in good condition, but we don't need it anymore. Any conditions on what to do with it? Can it even be sold? Yes.
It can be sold, not for very much though, but it can be sold. One thing I've seen people do too is save an old phone as like an emergency phone.
That's what it is, yeah.
Power go. I forget the exact scenario, but you can
Smash.
Any phone you can always dial 911 even if there's no.
There's no service.
Yeah, so emergency phone. Could be a gift to a child, let them play games on it and stuff. And a different child, I suppose. But
your daughter is she's too smart. She's too crafty at this point.
iPhone 6.
Yeah. Ed Kelly, our member, asks, do you guys recommend using a VPN? If so, which one? So I have a Nordvpn subscription. Mm-hmm. I don't use it all the time. iCloud Private Relay. I mean, usually people use VPNs to either to get around something or to protect their privacy, but iCloud Private Relay is doing the privacy thing. Nordvpn, if you're concerned about privacy, I think that it's the best option that I've seen. It has a great interface. It works with all the devices. The software is good. It's fast, but you can find really good deals on it too. It's too bad, especially Black Friday.
Yeah, I don't really use a VPN ever. I don't really have much use for one.
Yeah, I don't do anything that... Yeah. Some people do if they live in a different country and they want to watch the Netflix TV shows from the US.
I had that issue in Greece where we went to Greece and they just have like nothing on Hulu or Netflix. I'm like, oh, maybe I can get a VPN real quick and try to route my way, and it didn't work. But
it didn't work.
I didn't really try very hard.
I bet, yeah.
But yeah, NordVPN. I will say I really like the Tunnel Bear app. I think the user interface is really fun, and like you can just I want to go through Brazil, and you tap on Brazil, and then like the bear goes down a tunnel and it pops up in Brazil. It's really cool.
Also a good UI.
Yeah,
yes,
really good UI.
That's what it is. For a lot of these, I mean, as long as it's fast, and as long as you could trust the company, unless you're doing something really illegal, and then you want to get a VPN that's based in a country that doesn't have any sort of data deals with the United States or other countries, But we don't do anything like that.
Yeah, iPhone 6S, just circling back to that, you might be able to get like $25 for it.
I think it's better as a
emergency. I would just hold on to it as emergency, especially too if you get a new iPhone and you just happen to break it for some reason and you need a emergency phone in that sense too. Just pop the SIM card.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like it's more valuable in that sense than it would be to to sell it for.
Knox next asks, does a VPN slow your internet connection down? Greetings from Germany. Sweet. Knox, do you want to take it? Yes, necessarily it does. But if you have a good VPN, not by much. Because a VPN is a middleman, so instead of your internet going directly to the website, it's going through the VPN, which is necessarily going to slow it down. But if you have a good one, NordVPN doesn't slow it down by much. It's really not even that noticeable. If you're concerned about security, it's probably worth that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, worth the extra, 50 milliseconds or whatever.
It's also much faster than the Tor browser. So.
Oh my gosh.
Tor browser is very slow.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Yep. Torable. It's a torable browser. And greetings to you too. I spent some time in Germany and I've been there twice to the country, and it's been great both times. I miss out on events reminders because I didn't hear the notification. I can't figure out why. This happens a few times a day. Make sure that when you go into settings and then you go to change with buttons under sounds and haptics, yep, here we go, bang.
Settings.
Yep.
Boy, here we go.
There you go. Perfect.
A little bit of a glare there. Sounds and haptics. Change with buttons.
Yep. Make sure that change with buttons is, I mean, he likes it on. I like it to be off because with change with buttons on, people turn down the volume on their phone and then it also kills the alert volume, right? Like the ringer volume. Whereas I don't want that to happen. I want it to just stick where it is. I pick kind of a medium-low volume, and that's where I want it, but I still want to be able to independently control the volume of music apps, for instance. So that's why I do that. $25, yes, I'll keep it for emergencies.
Probably the way to go, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone wants to know if you guys like the Apple TV box.
Okay. Star, your son, I think, is probably a great person because that is a great question. I personally do. I love it. I may have ordered 2 for my parents for Christmas because they are hitting me up with these questions.
I hope they're not watching this.
They're not, trust me. I bought my parents 2 because my dad the other day was talking about how, the HBO app doesn't work, which I pay for. I said, Dad, you keep this up, I'm going to buy you a new TV.
Yeah.
But I instead just bought him an Apple TV. It's a cheaper option.
I use my PlayStation for pretty much everything, Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's great. I use it constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 4K HDR stuff, if you have a new TV, it's
really good.
Really good. Yep. Camera guy, Andrew, camera.
Can you do a video on how to remove apps from the iPhone? I mean, we could also just show you real quick.
That's the type of video that would probably not do so well.
So,
usually we don't have to do this upside down. But
yeah.
David, I mean, this is professional.
So, find the app you want to remove, press and hold, tap remove app. So if you tap delete app, that'll just get rid of it from your iPhone. If you tap remove from home screen, that just sends it to the app library, and that's really good for reducing clutter. I've got my iPhone down to 1 home screen page now, which is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 page. But if we go tap delete app, and then tap delete.
Wow.
Gone.
David just actually did that.
It actually just did that.
That was a real thing. That just happened. That just happened.
Gonna have to go back and spend 15 seconds reinstalling it.
Yeah, take that, Yahoo Sports.
Yeah.
See you later. Yeah, hope you weren't signed in.
Schnabel602, love all the video tips. Thank you. We're actually going to do a new Android settings video tomorrow, which is going to have some new stuff in there that you might find useful.
Yep. We've got the Galaxy Z Flip 3.
We do. Yeah, let us know in the chat if you like the Flip smartphones. What your thoughts are on those. I think they're quite gimmicky and really...
David never had a Motorola StarTAC like I did. That is my
I had the
phone.
Alcatel something flip phone, and it was really
the StarTAC in 1999 was the phone. That was a great phone. You just flip it open. It was much smaller than an iPhone. Good battery. It was very simple. It only had so many, it had like 12 buttons, and that's it. No texting. Who wants to text?
I don't know.
It's a phone for people who want to make phone calls. Call me crazy.
Would you get an Apple TV even if you own a PS4 or a smart TV?
Yes, for the smart TV. David owns a PS4, so he can speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need an Apple TV ever. One thing I am looking at, though, is like Apple TV plus the HomePods for like a little bit of a surround sound system. I've been putting off actually setting that up and seeing how it does.
Don't you have 2 HomePods?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've got, I could do it. I've been slow.
Yeah.
I've had other priorities. So.
Yeah. Buying a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have a PS4, but I do have a smart TV, and the Apple TV interface is just way slicker than the smart TV interface.
Sure.
But my smart TV is 2017, and I just bought myself a new one for Christmas, and I'm waiting for it. Kind of excited. But, yeah.
Liam Thomas, I had a Z Flip and Z Fold 3. They both broke due to faulty screens. Developed a crack along the crease.
Yeah.
That's
about right.
That's going to be an issue forever. I don't think they're ever going to be able to pull it off, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, some people thought that, Christopher Columbus would never. I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Stopping right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Any recommendations for the iPhone 13 Pro case? Case recommendation.
Case recommendation for the iPhone 13
This
Pro?
has the silicone
That's mine. I love the Apple Silicon.
This has the silicon case. Yeah, it feels good. If you're looking for something with a bit more protection, I mean, was it Spigen? I don't know how to pronounce that. But
Apple Silicon.
Spigen. They make really good cases. I think what you're looking for, though, is you want something with the raised edges. So if you drop your phone flat on a table, it won't shatter.
Exactly.
So these do have raised edges. I don't know. It's kind of hard to actually demonstrate that, but the edges are raised.
Yeah, this works. I figured it out, so it'll actually focus now, which is kind of amazing. Actually, watch it not focus. Yeah, the raised edges.
So I'm less concerned about the actual brand than I am about like shockproof corners. If you drop it on the corner, it'll be okay. Raised edges. If you drop it on its face, it'll be okay, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, unless you're a mountain climber, or, you think that it's gonna fall on a rock. Oh boy, are we exciting! Apple TV, no fan of flip phones. 2022. Come on. Should battery percentage on my 13 Pro Max have dropped already? Yes.
Probably. Let me check what mine is.
See, the thing is that every single lithium-ion battery, as soon as you discharge it the first time, it does drop battery percentage. But the reason why it stays at 100 for a while is that there's a difference between the rated capacity and the actual capacity. So when you buy a phone, it's higher than the rated capacity, which is like 100%. So really new phones ship somewhere around 102, 104%. And then eventually they come down because batteries are chemical reactions. They're not all the same. So Apple doesn't want to give somebody a 97%, 98. So yeah, it should drop immediately, but it doesn't, is the thing. It's like the fuel tank on your car.
Mine is at 100%.
100%.
Still at 100%.
Right, which is impossible in terms of science.
We'll make a video how I maintain 100% battery health.
Yeah, like all this all BS. Yeah. 100% battery health is a myth. Except for the first time. It's like driving your car off the lot.
What to do when selling an iPhone? I believe Apple has a really good 6-step guide on that. Just check. They explain it better than we ever could. Maybe not.
Well, I don't know if better than we ever could.
Apple has a what to do when you sell. You already put it in the chat. Yeah, look at that article. That'll walk you through the whole thing. That's what you should do.
That's the deal. Do you think Apple will remove the notch on screen and go all screen next year?
Next year? I don't know next year, but it's going to happen eventually, right? It's going to have to happen.
Here's what I think they're going to do. I think, you guys heard of this iPhone thing? All right, hold on. Come on, David. Come on. So, there we go. So you've got the notch right here. This is the 12 Pro.
12 Pro, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're going to just take the little earpiece speaker piece of it and make it kind of a cutout. They'll get rid of the notch, but it'll have a little cutout for the earpiece speaker in the camera. So it'll be like a little slit across the top there. That's what I think we're going to see first, because I don't think it's going to be easy for them to just completely get rid of the screen for the earpiece speaker.
Chris D loves the channel. Why do apps like Spotify use way more battery than compared to other music apps? Is that true? I haven't heard that before.
Sure. I mean, it could be an issue with the app itself. It could also just be, it could be an issue with the background app refresh.
Yeah, I think for Apple Music specifically too, it's like a native iOS app. It's just gonna work better than a third-party app. But I've never used Spotify. I've always been Apple Music. So
I'm an Apple Music guy too.
And someone asked earlier too, what streaming service we'd recommend overall.
For overall?
Yeah, they just bought a pair of Sony XM4s. Which streaming service?
All right, I mean,
they get the best audio quality.
So the Sony XM4s, although they are amazing in terms of audio quality, they're limited by Bluetooth audio quality, and so is the iPhone. So it's limited to 24-bit, 48 kilohertz. So there's really no point in going and buying Amazon Music HD when you could just get Apple Music lossless. Because you're still, as great as they are, and they sound amazing, you're still not going to max out the audio quality. You will on some tracks, but Apple Music supports 24 up to 192 kilohertz on some tracks.
If I had an iPhone, I would just do Apple Music. It's the easiest to use.
It is.
Interface is well done.
Yeah, it's the best interface. I mean, I have Amazon Music HD, and I used to have Tidal, which is also higher quality. Amazon Music HD, I find some of the tracks on that are higher quality than the Apple Music, even though they're both lossless now. Make sure you're going into the settings and turning on the lossless audio. I think that's just really important.
Yeah. It's actually interesting we're talking about this because today Spotify just put out the Unwrapped, here's the top artists of the year. And
really?
People are saying that's why Spotify is superior to Apple Music because they have this big end of the year wrap up.
Oh, interesting.
Taylor Swift was number 1.
Well, you'll know that Apple's just going to copy it. I mean, come on.
Eventually,
yeah. They're not stupid.
Awesome Gamer says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up, Awesome Gamer? We're from Mediocre Gamer over here.
Yeah.
David beats me at Mario Kart.
Mediocre Gamer, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome Gamer. It's awesome. Yeah. Best selfie stick?
What TV shows do you guys recommend?
Oh, boy. Oh, man. I don't even want to get to the next question because we're going to disagree. No, we're not going to disagree.
I'm trying to think of what I've watched recently. I finally caught up on The Walking Dead. I quit after...
Don't say anything.
Season 9, episode 4, when Andrew Lincoln left, and I finally picked it up again. It got so much better after they changed the showrunner. So I watched that recently.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of season 9 of The Walking Dead. So what have I watched lately? I've been getting into Succession on HBO.
Sure.
I watched Raised with Wolves. I thought that was a cool show. Yeah. C on Apple TV Plus. I like Invasion. Okay. I've been watching on Apple TV Plus. Also, I just watched The Wire. That was a good show, too.
Barry, if you haven't watched that on
Barry's
HBO,
a good show.
It's probably the best show on TV right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Ted Lasso's good. Yeah. Apple TV Plus, I got to give them some credit. They've come out with some pretty cool shows. Yeah.
What was the next one?
The next one was the Love Your Channel. Thanks for the useful tips. Which is better, Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2 or Sony Earbud XM4s?
Daily use and music production. So I can't speak to music production. You probably can speak more to that.
Yeah, but just for daily use.
For daily use, probably the Sonys. I think I don't really remember what the Sennheiser. I'd have to listen to the Sennheisers again. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I prefer the Sonys. The Sonys were slightly better for me, especially with like the fit. David doesn't like either of these. You didn't like either of these.
Oh, the Sony XM4 earbuds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't like the fit of the XM4 earbuds, but
for me, I was in love with them.
If that fit is good for you, definitely the Sony XM4. So
yeah, I was getting really fired up. They said they were calling me names in the comments because I was so mean to you in the video.
I didn't read those ones.
I sent them to you. They're in Slack somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't even say the words that people called me for the way I spoke to David. I just was saying things like, "You're wrong." And then they quoted me saying all these mean things to you.
Oh, good.
That's nice. So I prefer the XM4s. For music production, it's difficult to get a pair of earbuds that are
I feel like
anyway.
The earbuds wouldn't be the best for music production.
There's a company that makes software called Sound ID Reference, which can optimize or flatten the EQ curves for headphones, and that might be something to look into. But yeah, wired. Yeah.
Do you watch the soccer game? Asks. Do you watch soccer? I do.
David watches soccer.
Not as often as I'd like to, but the problem is that like a lot of the European soccer, we just don't get that on our traditional. So I don't have cable either, so I don't get like the Premier League on Sundays or Saturdays. So it's usually only of the big events.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yep. I don't watch soccer. Are you guys fans of the Apple Watch?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing it right now. I mean, it's a good watch.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's great.
I feel
they
like
sent it to us to try out for free.
I feel like I'm not like the target market for some of these new health features, though, like the fall detection and the blood oxygen level and that kind of stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think you can fall?
I could fall. I just think it'd be okay if I fell. I've fallen before. But I really like it as like a fitness watch where I can, I start it when you start the workout and you can kind of just...
Yeah.
Time your rest and that kind of stuff. But
yeah, I like the EKG stuff. Sometimes I'm like, am I dying? And then I go on it, and it turns out I've been fine every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole uses her Apple Watch more than I do.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like some of the unlocky stuff that it can do. I mean, everything on the Apple Watch. I like the way it texts now. It's much better than it used to be. I think I'm waiting for the one with a camera. I think that'll be cool when you can like video chat with somebody on your watch.
Well, I think someone asked earlier too what like the next Apple Watch features, and eventually they're gonna have to put a camera in there.
I think that's gotta come. I'm surprised it hasn't already. Yeah, to be honest,
it's not great.
Yeah. I think Apple Watches are good for kids. Like I think that since you can get a cellular plan with it, you could give it to a kid, and then they could have like a a cell phone without having a cell phone.
Yeah.
It would protect them from some of the crap that's out there because they wouldn't have full access to the internet and stuff, but they could still call home. It would be harder to lose.
Ashley Morris asked, what do we have to do to win the gift card? And I feel like I forgot about that.
Oh, we forgot about the gift card.
I forgot about that until now. Yeah, I just kind of started answering questions. Sorry. Yeah, why don't you talk about that?
There is a gift card. You know what? And I mean, let's bump it up, David, because you guys have all been so great.
Yes.
And we've, like in the chat revenue, we've gotten, I don't want to offend anybody that's given us a super chat, but I think we should probably just give away $50.
Let's do it.
$50.
Giving the super chats right back.
Okay, why don't you guys let us know. Would you rather have 5 winners of $10 gift cards, 2 of $25, or one $50 winner?
Yep.
Or $51 winners.
We're not doing 51. That would be a lot of work.
No, wouldn't it? You just copy and paste the whole list into Amazon. It's up to you. Apple Watch with camera.
So let us know in the comments what you...
And I'm going to give you the link. That's my job.
You're going to give them the link?
The link where you go. All you have to do is enter. It's also in the description. And I can probably just put it on the screen in case anybody's watching us on these other platforms.
Yep.
So I guess it's theoretically possible.
Yeah. T Hall, will Apple ever do an always on display? Yeah, that's one of the things I've been like keeping notes on to talk about, like for our upcoming iPhone 13 Pro video. Apple still doesn't have an always on display, and there's no reason why they couldn't do it by now. So I don't really know why they haven't. I mean, eventually I would assume they are.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to tally up the votes here, and it's very, I think that the 225s are slightly, and it's not international. I wish it was, but we can't do that. 5 for 10, $10, anything 220. I think the 225s is winning. There were a couple people wanted the 50. Yeah, it's got to be that. 225s.
Yeah. All right. That's what we'll do.
That's the winner. Okay, 2 $25 gift cards.
All right.
I think that's a good deal because for $25 you can get out there and buy yourself a whole bunch of stuff.
And if you don't win this time, if you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell, you'll get immediately alerted when we go live and upload new videos, and you can just get right back in there.
Right, but they still have to get the link. I have not pasted it in the chat still, David.
You gotta
I'm getting distracted.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. It's right here. All right. Here we go. I gotta eat. I want to sleep.
Yeah, we've been on here for over an hour.
Have we? Wow.
We sure have.
All right, here's a link. Boom. Just click on that. We're going to do the 225s.
Scott said, I'd like to thank you for your help with the new iPhone 13 Pro Max. You're very welcome. We got more tips coming out over the next couple of weeks that will be very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, we were excited. We're going to dive into video creation tomorrow. We've gotten 47 entries so far.
Oh, boy.
One person has entered 6 times. It doesn't matter how many times you enter. It's not going to help your chances.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Not going to help your chances.
Well,
in fact, I'm not going to. It could be a legitimate mistake, right?
Yeah, you click the submit button 6 times real fast.
But I mean, clearly this person did 6 with this one, and then it's like the same email address.
Sneaky.
Yeah, they're trying 2 different emails. Yeah, no.
Smart. That's smart, though. I got to give them some points for that.
So when we have this whole list, right now we're up to 51, 52, and we go into, and we'll take a look through the list, too.
Yes.
We go into Google Sheets, and then in Google Sheets I say, hey, I want to see all the unique email addresses. And that's how we do it.
Still pretty sneaky. I think it's smart.
It's sneaky, but I mean, what can you do? Okay, somebody is not thatsucksatme.com. That's not a real email address.
It's funny.
Yeah. You should see some of the people who sign up for our emails. Yeah.
It's inappropriate.
You can imagine.
But more vulgar.
Vulgar-er.
Hello, lads. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm having a good evening. I'm just,
And same to you. How do I enter? Rachel, click on the link.
Liam asked if it's worth to continue watching Walking Dead from season 9. Yeah, I think it is. It gets really good.
Yeah, don't say anything though. Yeah.
Ed Kelly, member. Your odds are considerably worse if you don't enter. That's true.
If you don't enter, you can't.
Right now, you've got like between a 1% and 2% chance of winning. If you don't enter, you have a 0% chance of winning. So
yeah. B2 to B, boom. Equals count D1 or D2 to D. That's not it. It's not the formula. It can work. Count A. There it is. So we got 59 entries so far. 59 entries. 60. Geez, we could sit here all night. So when are we going to cut this off? We should. I
don't know. Let's give them our.
How about 5:30?
5:30.
And then we'll announce a winner, and then we'll
announce 2 winners.
2 winners. Yes. 2 winners. Yes. And so there are these online things that you spin a wheel, and then it picks a winner.
Shubham asks, "How does Kelly have the green color? How can we have one?" Become a channel member.
Channel members.
Click that join button below the video.
Yeah.
Get a lot of perks when you do that.
You get custom emojis. Yeah, Ed is one of our favorite people.
And monthly giveaways like this.
Monthly giveaways.
But
actually, everybody's eligible for this one, though. The special members only giveaways, right? And we owe a couple of those. But we've given away headphones before. We've been giving away $50 Amazon gift cards. And people have like a very good chance of winning.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
We've got some questions about, is it US only?
Yes. The problem with that is when we're on Amazon, we're in the US, we have Amazon US accounts, and they won't let us send anything. I mean, you can have an email address as long as it's registered in the Amazon US store, then it's going to work, unfortunately. I wish we could do it for other countries, but we've tried that in the past, and it becomes very difficult.
Is that actually here?
No chance. That's crazy. Where's the link to enter? You can't win if you're my mom. I'm just kidding. David's mom's gonna hop in here. Yeah, don't tell anybody. But I sometimes for the angry comments that we get, I created an account called David's Mother that goes in there and responds. She gets pretty angry when people insult me.
Favorite iPhone you've ever owned? Probably the iPhone 4.
I was going to say that too.
iPhone 4, yeah, because I went from like a bad Androids to flip phone to iPhone 4. It was a game changer.
Yeah, I guess it was the first iPhone I owned, right? It's my favorite. It was a game changer.
Really good phone.
Yep. I had to save up my money.
And then upgraded to the iPhone 7, and it wasn't. iPhone 4 for me.
Well, the iPhone 7 was kind of in the middle. It was kind of a lost iPhone. It was the 6SS. Boy, 2 minutes left.
Do you think Apple products are being viewed as social status symbols more than they should be?
I think less than they used to be. I mean, more people have Apple products now than they did, let's say, 20 years ago. More than they should be. I try to stay away from the shoulds.
Should. Yeah, I don't know.
Otherwise, you end up shooting all over yourself.
That's good. Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
More than that, I don't really... I agree that I think it used to be more of a status symbol than it is now, especially because there's so many different iPhones out there, and the same thing with Beats too. That used to be like the big,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not part of any societal cliques where like somebody has the $18,000 Apple Watch band.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
75 degrees in Newport Beach, California today. Yeah, it's been snowing up here for a couple weeks now, so
yeah,
I'd rather be in the sun.
Yeah. AJ asks, is she really your grandma, David? No, it's actually my mom. I don't have any kids, so she invented a persona in which she wasn't disappointed in me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Adopted the entire town of kids. Yeah. So is it 5:30 yet?
It's almost. It's getting there.
Hop in. There's the link one last time.
Yep.
Why don't you rename your channel to D&D David and David?
That's a great question.
Well, I've been talking to David about that for the longest time.
Yeah, it's like...
We're doing that.
It's like a...
It didn't start like that.
Yeah, those like big channel changes are...
Well,
it could be risky, so you gotta really think it through before you...
We're going to do David and David from Pay It Forward.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. It's long, but it's also accurate, and David and David is a lot. I mean, Pay It Forward was not supposed to be an iPhone help website or YouTube channel. It was a happy accident.
Yeah. What's for dinner?
Oh, boy. What do I have out there?
I don't know.
I got good stuff.
I've got fried rice and some grilled chicken.
Yeah, I got some chicken.
Got some broccoli.
Some
Some microwave broccoli. Probably have some of that.
Yeah.
Got this good sheep and goat cheese.
I saw that, yeah.
Really good.
A little fancy.
Get that at Wegmans for it's a little expensive, but it's the best cheese I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's a Wegmans?
Like I went when I was in Ithaca.
Ithaca?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
some
they have,
fancy stuff.
Some keto bread. It tastes just like bread, but it's like one net carb. It's really good, really high in fiber. Local farm makes it.
All right, so.
All right, 531. Now we definitely are.
Spin. So there's like a Google thing where I could pick a number. Pick a random number. Pick random number. Okay, between. And we have
84?
84 people.
There we go. Drum roll.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this into rows between 1 and 84. Or am I? Sorry.
Ed Kelly's having tacos for dinner. That sounds good.
Ed, that does sound good.
That sounds good, yeah.
All right, somebody just snuck in there at the end. 85.
What I really like doing with taco, I'm more of a burrito, but they have these really good low-carb, low-calorie wraps now, and you can just get the cauliflowered rice, guacamole, cheese.
Can I pick a winner, David?
A ground meat, and yeah.
Yeah, ground meat. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just hungry. I'm hangry.
So it's low carb, low calorie, tastes just as good.
All right. You ready for a number?
Yes. 19.
19 is the first winner.
First winner is 19.
And we are only going to give away a few letters of the email address publicly so that we don't blow them up, right?
Okay.
I should actually ask for names. Next time we do this, I'm going to ask for names.
Yeah.
But row 19. Let's see. It is this one. Starts with CESWA, and it's a Gmail.
It's a Gmail. Okay.
Yep. CESWA, and it's a Gmail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first winner?
That's the first winner.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll get an email too.
Yes.
So
Well,
check your email.
Thing. Yeah. And our second winner, so this is 25 for this person. And our second winner, let's spin it again. What?
Fred said, "Sheep and goat cheese burns my throat. Tastes like acid reflux." You got to try this cheese. I'll make a social media post later.
He said he was gonna say you were going for I'm gonna send you that cheese, weren't you?
Yeah,
you're gonna say I'm gonna send you one, and then you're like I'm gonna make a.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna take a
not do
picture,
that.
and then you can
look at it.
You can look at it and then go
Actually,
buy it. It's really great.
65, by the way, is our second
65.
winner.
Okay. Oh, you're doing the winners.
Yeah, 65 is. Here we go. It starts with Vern, and it ends. It's a Hotmail. Yeah, Vern.
Vern at Hotmail.
Yes, Vern.
So, we will send those out.
Yep, we got Vern and we got CES.
Send those out tonight.
Yeah, right after this, I'm going to do it.
Any closing thoughts or comments?
No, thanks for being here.
Yeah, subscribe if you're not already. We're going to try to do more regular live streams like this, more giveaways, more fun, more Q&A.
Maybe next time I'll remember to turn on monetization. We'll make $1.
Oh, geez.
Like that. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, whatever. You guys are great. I appreciate it. And thanks for the super chats, too. We appreciate that. It's not yeah. We don't do this for the money.
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah,
Join.
thanks.
Do you like this? Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. All right, have a great rest of your night, everybody.
Yep.